Kim, the trustee, left a month ago. Decide for themselves, which is a massive release for me personally. We at THI can now get on with focusing on the real tasks at hand, fixing this planet, without the hidden secrecy of basic character assassination and disruption that has been caused against THI this whole year. THI is no longer currently connected to any other radio show based group after certain elements decided we were too much of a threat to the system.
The whole reason why Thomas Williams and I no longer speak is because Thomas did not like the fact I did not want to sleep with him. And he was angry about that. So now he spends every week saying what a horrible person I am, and it really all goes back to the fact I don't, and I have not, and I never will sleep with Thomas Williams.
How's it going, people? Thanks very much again for tuning into one of our videos. Now, I played the trailer again at the beginning of this video just to remind you what this is about. But really, no, it's not clickbait. I haven't put in there the real Kim Goguen, but to try and get clicks. It's purely because this is what you're about to see is the real Kim in a chat discussion with Thomas Williams, fighting it out along with the Thomas Williams's cult group called Truth, Honor, Integrity in a MeWe chat, which got triggered by Thomas Williams being accused of being involved with trafficking children. It was either Kim or Tank or whoever else put out this post on a United News Network Facebook page. Anyway, so what we're going to do without, because it's going to take some time, so you have to bear with us on this. It's quite a few slides we're going to go through. But just to show you that this was around the 15th of June. Let me just double check on the other one. 9th of June. 9th of June is when all this happened, where one night Larry was still logged on and he was looking through the MeWe chats in Truth on Integrity, and he saw an outbreak, a big fight between Thomas and Kim, not long after a posting had been put out by Kim's team accusing Thomas as being trafficking children and also being part of Team Bubba. So that triggered Thomas, and then he started firing off some truths about Kim and in his responses, and then Kim fights back. So just to show you, first of all, we're going to show you it's our Facebook page. You can clearly see it was the 9th of June 2020, and we're not just making this up now. This is when it all kicked off. This is where he's put his main post in. Larry's put this post out, by the way. So I'll put the link in the description, but what you have to do, you have to go to the comments and you'll see all the screenshots here from Kim and Thomas. There's a lot of them. I think in total at the 2 pages is, well, we've only captured quite a few juicy bits, but we got about 62 slides. It's 62 images of them having a battle. I'll show you the other one, and yeah. So we're not making this up all of a sudden. This was 2020 when this is when they had a big fight up, and we've had it proven not long after when Thomas Williams was putting stuff in his show about Kim, calling her Black Sun, you name it, Langley. And then Kim started saying things back. And like at the end of that trailer where Kim starts accusing Thomas as basically coming on to her, and she wouldn't have it. And because she didn't want him, she didn't want to sleep with him, he got upset about it. Now that's her view of it, not, we're not just saying that. So anyway, so let's have a look at some slides. Let's get straight into it. So this is the post that triggered all this off. 6th of June 2020. It's on their Facebook. I'll put the link in the description. So this was put out allegedly by Kim. It could have been Tank. It could have been Thomas himself to try and because he was, as you'll see later on, he was pretty pissed the fact that Kim and them, two of them, had broke up as being like in a friendship, or should I say, trustee being Kim and Thomas Williams being her spokesperson. So this is what was put out. We've shown this a couple of times, but just for this video, we're going to go through it again. So she put clarification statement in response to Mr. Williams's recent public announcement. As previously revealed by myself and also via Mr. Williams himself, there's been an ongoing investigation conducted by the Russian authorities into Team Bubba's connections to a child auction site with a Lithuanian server and several connected child pornography sites. During these investigations, it's been discovered that Mr. Williams has also connections to the same Lithuanian server and is now being investigated by the Russian authorities. Due to the above, I can no longer associate with Mr. Williams and will continue to assist with the Russian authorities with their investigations, and now sadly include Mr. Williams, signed Kim. So this is what went out. Thomas was pretty peed off about it, and this is what he put around about the day or two around that time. So he's put, in response to the heinous lies put out in the name of Kim, the trustee, on the UNC channel that literally defy description and is a systematic and psychotic outburst of epic proportions. So remember them words, psychotic? Truth will always find its way, and I will say no more. Bring on the investigations, I say. It will be found. You'll found it to be bullshit as the scammer allegations. It clearly points to now that Kim is part of the Team Bubba package. So he's accusing her of being Team Bubba now, yeah? So this, if the strange thing, right, if both of them, you know, who was really who they claimed to be, one being the guardian of, part of the Guardian office, Kim, ground command, and Thomas Williams being linked to some high level so should I say aliens. He thinks he gets downloads from them. Why would you be calling each other Team Bubba when they clearly hate us and have said some terrible things about us? So what it is, they've been dishing shit at Team Bubba. Now they hate it, the fact that they're dishing shit out on each other. Now they're getting a taste of their own medicine. You know, it's funny how karma works, isn't it? Anyway, let's continue. So it clearly points to now that Kim is part of the Team Bubba package and will be exposed as not worthy of her position, both as the trustee and ambassador. These disgraceful lies is evidence Miss Goguen has lost the plot and is now being operated by the dark forces. I will reveal more in due course as this unfolds. Miss Goguen has now clearly gone dark, and the original minor dispute of which she was responsible for is an attempt to cover up her own guilt in proceedings and appears contrived. The very fact she joined up with the RV and crypto men should tell you all something is very amiss with Miss Goguen. It is one thing to cover up guilt due to the lack of the shadow and inner work. It is another to make heinous and unfounded allegations like that. Remember, Ava Cowan said that Kim does not do shadow and inner work. So it is one for, I think I've done that bit. There's another heinous unfolded allegations like that. Time will tell, and I will be exonerated, seen something in my time but that Miss Goguen makes you just about on par with the Black Sun Group and worse than the Rothschilds. Shame on you, and karma will take its course. Yeah, it does, doesn't it, Thomas? And then he's put a comment in that and put someone who was asking questions, and he's putting it, this is 100% fake character assassination, indicative of a woman scorned by classic Langley tactics. The question is why? Who would stoop to level so low? Tank, Dan, Ava Cowan are welcome to her and will become accomplices to evil should they continue. Then Kim has to say her bit, and what she does, she posts this in the Truth on Integrity MeWe page. She's put in here, I feel the need to tell my side of the story here since people seem to be making assumptions. Apparently, Thomas has decided to start a hatred campaign against me. Kim, that is fine. His choice. The very day I got the download to start a news channel, he was sitting on my patio and I said, source said to start a news channel. He said, no, stay with the THI show. I did not even know the name of the show at the point, only instructions on how to do it, complete against the mainstream media. And for the record, I'm not buying a new news channel network. I have created a new one. I did not and was told specifically to stay away from Facebook, so I did. As for the personal aspect, there seems to be a lot of talk of how I hurt him. However, if you saw the emails where he told me I made poor life choices and had been duped by my Black Sun handler at the time, I didn't even know such organization existed, and neither did Thomas. Yes, I was in a relationship with a man who I thought loved me for nearly 3 years, not Thomas. Turned out he was my handler, and I was crushed. I was crushed and heartbroken. This whole situation ended in December, and he didn't leave until April for good. So I am in no way ready for any other relationship with anyone in any way. I need time to heal. Lastly, Thomas, I thought, was my friend. And as my friend, I never expected all of this, but it has happened to me a million times since I have had this job. So one more time, I guess, 2 very hurtful and hate-filled emails later from Thomas to me, I decided to stop responding because this was going nowhere and he wasn't at all hearing me. So why bother to continue talking? Now all of a sudden, he's calling me a fraud and a scam. I didn't find out until Saturday. This was going on I didn't think this was going on at all. At this point, I thought it was about some Facebook page someone had made. I know nothing more about anything other than he has sent horrible texts to Ava and others about me, which I will post on here. I'm sorry to post this on here, but at this moment, he is the only one talking, and I felt I owed it all of you. I still think Thomas is a great person with so much to offer to you, all of you, and I'm utterly surprised, to say the least, about the hatred campaign that seems to be spending most of his time on. The world is changing so rapidly right now, and I wish he would go back to being the real leader of light. I know he is to all of you. So now we go back into this is where the chat starts. The bluey type bubble is Thomas Williams, and the smiley toasty looking thing is Christy Adams, which we already covered is Kim. So he says there's no hatred, only illusion. And she says, really now? And then Thomas says, now all of a sudden he is calling me a fraud and a scam. So he's kind of repeating what she said. Nope again. Christy Adams, let me help you define illusion. So she's putting here, this is Thomas in Messenger, and he's apparently sending this to Ava Cowan, and he said, "Are you going to sit back and support that heinous lies by Kim? She has gone dark badly." And she's put, "Does anyone else on here see this? I just want to know if I'm seeing any illusion or not." And Thomas says, "Go back to your job of being the trustee and guardian of assets, as lies and distortion is playing their game." And Kim says, "Shall I also post your emails to me on here, Thomas?" And someone calls David, says something, but yes, that was my response to your post on UNC channel, later to be proven a fake, although proof should and will be required on who posted that post. And Kim says, "It was not my post. It was not my site. It was not my page. I have no clue who put that there. I stated that with my face on a video for the reason so no one could deny my statement. I have tried to contact the site and no one is answering. I sent a report to Facebook and no one is answering." And she put, "But did you both ask me? Bother not both. Oh, sorry, this is making a mistake. Did you not bother to ask me? No, you just went on a rant about crypto. I'm not involved with crypto. I'm not involved with the dark people. UNC was not our project, never was." And he's put in here, "I made a valid response to bad allegations addressed to you. You had 24 hours to contact me and say that it wasn't me. Story over. You had 120 hours to respond to reports of other allegations of you and Tank trashing me. You didn't and still haven't." This is Christy. "You assume that you assume that every troll is telling the truth before you ask me." And then she put, "I've not trust anyone." Because he's put, Glenn, who's part of that group, says, "Please, let's not do this in front of everyone." And then she goes, "Really, Glenn? He's addressed all these feelings in front of the entire world. Please, let's not do this." Oh, sorry, I'm just repeating myself. It's a duplicate bit. And Thomas says, "You had an obligation to address it to your friend and work partner. You didn't." And then Glenn says, I think we can still work things out. Everybody has the best intentions and ideas to move forward in this group with these people right here, right now." And then Kim says, "Really? I didn't even know shit about until Saturday." And someone's asking, "Who's Christy Adams?" And it sounds like Kim. Kim. The rents are fighting. Why is she using that name? Sorry, joke. Right, so some people who don't even know that she's using Christy Adams. And then John Smith says, "Kim, Thomas, grow up and stop playing their game. Why don't you have time?" Oh, sorry, we don't have time for this. And this is a good point, right? I mean, look, it's just childish stuff. This is the kind of thing you do, you see in a playground at school. Why do we need to see this in public? They took it from, the ambassador of Earth, whatever else, Grand Commander of the Guardian Office or whatever she is getting into this shit, slinging shit at each other in front of all these people. Anyway, Thomas says, "Please explain. If there was no split, why you launched UNC show at the same day and time as your friend's show this week?" Kim says, "It is not an internet show, Thomas. It is not even the same realm. Not a competitor to your show at all. And doesn't even report the same news. This is not a competition." And he's put something about Keshava. They do not want me part of it. And I was it was all hidden away from me and only revealed via Tank's announcement. She wanted me out of the way and did it, and no amount of spin will change the fact. Kim says, I need to recruit writers, editors, video editors, graphic designers, so I used that platform to do it. And he's put 7 days and 24 hours in a day, and you pick that day and time. Please, Kim. You told me, Thomas, you didn't want to be part of it at the time, that news channel, as I hadn't even developed a name. You were sitting on the patio. We were face to face, the first person I told. And then no one bothered to chat with me directly before launching in public, something which we agreed not to do in writing. Was I supposed to read his mind, that he was going to do this with 24 hours to respond to something I knew nothing about? So she's talking about she's got the ump because Thomas went on a rant because Kim didn't see his post asking for an apology or whatever. So this is at Kashava. Please confirm Christy Adams, proxy for Kim. Thank you. Then Christy says, this is Kim. 1 second. I'm currently with a video editor cutting the trailer. And then Glenn says, I can confirm that this is Kim. So there you go. You don't need much more evidence that Christy Adams is Kim. We have spoken and he is texting me. I have had enough of this, and you have done untold damage to the mission, reputation, and female species with this pettiness. I will take my share of the blame, and did so and apologized to you on May the 9th, but I am just tiny. But you are the trustee and ambassador as well as Eve, and should not have done what you did. May the 4th, with what has happened since. And then she's put, please in detail describe what damage I have done to all of humanity in a system that Thomas has also been in and seen with his own 2 eyes, and has made every effort as well for us to finish this mission, hours and hours a day, day in, day out, for years. Then Kim says, apologize to you, Thomas, after the lengthy emails I got from you calling me every name in the book. And then she puts, then continued on Messenger, not according to what he is still saying today. He is launching a full-on hate campaign today still. And then she put, leaving it alone has done nothing. A public statement saying it wasn't me wasn't enough. Exactly, Connie. Oh no, okay, so Connie's put something in there about calming down. Katie's put, really, 1 second. Oh look, Lee Connup. This is the guy that got arrested for crashing his car through an airport fence, getting chased by the police, and also for drug dealing. It's part of THI, Thomas's best friend. There you go. That's another story, and we've covered that in the video. And the winner is Team Bubba. Is that right? And he says, please, guys, we love you both. Please do this in private. And this is pathetic. Do you know what I mean? These people are crying that they're 2 people they're looked up to as going to be like, love, examples of love and peace, templates for humanity. And they're chatting and throwing shit at each other like this, and they just can't believe it. They're heartbroken. So Kim says, well, he's going on a tirade on MeWe. He said none of this would have happened if he received an apology. So she's put a bit in here. So this is what she's saying. Thomas put, rest assured, people, I'm doing well despite the recent episode of their desperate PR attempts. Will continue to dig deeper holes when all Kim had to do is say I'm sorry. Instead she has created an almighty shitstorm and not befitting of her status and reflects badly on her and her mission. We have a higher purpose here, and the focus is on that. But if they continue to peddle lies and misdirection, then I will produce more evidence. I apologize to her for my role in it, despite me not being in the wrong. It was not reciprocated and hasn't been since 9th and 10th of May. Correcting right or wrongs of he said, she said can only be done if your shadow work is up to date. Clearly, it was not with Kim. It is sad for all, most of all to me. But avoidance and lies will never fix the problem and is damaging her reputation. Well, he'll always say this. And she's put, here's what was sent to me from today. None of this would have happened if I apologized. So she's putting quotes. And so this is a response. So you decided to start a whole hate campaign because I didn't apologize. Seriously? So you took a personal disagreement to a radio show, Facebook page, MeWe, and every other social media you have access to, telling everyone I am a scam. See, like, I'm a scam. Of not apologizing. Wow. So now you're wanting me to add this person to a public news channel. What happens if I don't apologize in future? You're going to destroy that too? And then Christy's put, thanks friend, got to go back to graphic designing. I'm not under stress, just busy. And someone called she goes, okay, Shirley Carr, what more is there to it? If you know if you know, then I don't. So please share with the group. I don't know who put marriages on here, and we're never involved in any way but as friends, co-workers. That is surely saying something about her. But, and he's putting, now all of you know why I kept quiet. I'm sorry you all had to endure this, but Kim was caught out with several lies and you cannot expect me to ignore it. This did not start with Facebook post. It was a whole 4 weeks prior. Apparently she didn't concern herself about her friend and work colleague enough to ignore it for 29 days. Everything else is beside the fact. The employer was not concerned. Her long-time employer was missing. And then she just put, oh my effing G, you kept quiet, Thomas. Bullshit. You blasted all over the internet without a care in the world. Not about your members, not about anyone but yourself, Thomas. Keep your lies and bullshittery going in THI. I'm out. Have fun with your cantankerous hate talk. Bye forever. I just read your comment, Thomas. Oh, now you know, THI members, why I kept quiet. I am the one that went quiet. Oh, preacher of doing your shadow work. You are the one that started spewing shite all over the internet. It's fine, Thomas. I encourage you to slander me more. Enjoy yourself, and if you ever find the light, if you will saw at one point, let us know. And he just put out some quote about her, and he put in there, God, this is going on for quite some time. Okay, we'll continue. Right. Update. I was requested by members and also a willing on my part. Despite my disappointment, I will hold out an olive branch to Kim to correct matters. Should Kim wish to return it, she can contact me through the normal channels between 2 and 4 p.m. EST this coming Sunday. Oh, God. And then she's put, by the way, your clearance that was issued by me has been revoked. Enjoy your miserable hater campaign. Now she's talking about the clearance is the same clearance that idiot Thomas Melville, the scammer, as she's given majestic clearance to, which doesn't exist in well, say it does exist, but she doesn't have it. That's for sure. And she's put, someone created that Facebook page. It was not me. I keep telling you that because it's the truth. That is what I'm saying. None of this is making any sense to me, except trials. I expect shills. Not. It is Kim is walking away, and Thomas, enjoy your slander. Just know it was something I never did and will never do to you, Thomas. So have fun, and I hope your welcome investigation happens. I stand in the sun, the truth, so bring it on. And then he's put the video that Kim did on UNC was not the cause of the issue, and neither was my post a cause of the main issue. It was a culmination of poor comments and actions by her that proceeded with the post by a month that led me to believe the post on UNC was her. There is still no proof either way, so he knows it's her. It's come from her side. I would have accepted it wasn't her if she had told me personally in the 12 to 14 hours she had prior to making the UNC video, but she chose to make the full on public. An olive branch was held out. An event yesterday proved my case. A lame and very poor excuse was made to avoid an olive branch, much to the bitter disappointment of the MeWe members yesterday. I tried from May the 4th, the original incident, to take back on track despite her poor actions, and she just got worse. I will still remember the great times I had with Kim and great fondness, but this leaves a very bitter taste with the disregard she had for me and the members yesterday, and I now have major concerns of Kim's well-being, as do members who witnessed what she did yesterday and the previous week. We should remember that Kim, prior to the past month, and we all push on with a correct focus. Kim waved goodbye to THI, and we wish her on her way. I think he played this. We wish you well by Whitesnake. Then Kim jumped back on again and said, I just jumped on here and scrolled back. And he's put, I think there's a screenshot missing here, and I apologise for the poor quality as well. But anyway, Thomas says, Speak Project is nothing to do with me, and so I see no issue. UNC is nothing to do with me, and I see no issue either. There is no hate. Only disappointment. I wish you well in your future and bear no malice. But I knew our time was up on 8:38 p.m. That's the exact time on May the 4th, and was reaffirmed on May the 11th. And she's put, no, not seen any Speak Project or UNC. It is not for me. That was a comment by Thomas. So I was going to make the call as Glenn asked me to. And after scrolling back to this chat, it is clear I will get is more hate. So why bother? This was just today's chat of all of it. Nothing has changed. There's no olive branch. So that post on Facebook was obviously a lie. Okay, so the Facebook page was a lie. Got ya. So Thomas Williams put, you made the 11th comment, which belies your previous statement of not being aware of the split. And if he's put a screenshot in there of Christy Adams's avatar saying, I have zero, and I mean now less than zero feelings for you. So this is what he's saying, what triggered him. And she's put, well, shall I post the emails here you wrote to me? I would be happy to. And he's put, no, but the olive branch was genuine. Oh, okay. Keep talking, Thomas. Enjoy your cantankerous show. Bye-bye. Then he's put, I tried on May the 10th, 9th, 10th to fix it. You called it hate. I have tried with Olive Branch of correcting me and you, which has zero to do with Speak Project or UNC. And she's put, many people have seen, I'm out. And then she's put, so then why talk about me personally all day here? So this is the talk shit all day thread. So I put, which one? Read the entire thread and the post on Facebook where Thomas is asking me to reach out between 2 and 4 p.m. And Kim's put, and he is extending an olive branch while spending the entire day today talking about me on his thread like I'm a piece of shit. Scroll back, it's all there. Why should I ask you when you said the above on May the 11th? She's put, cut and paste what came before that, please, and then add the emails you sent. So everyone on here can see the full picture, Thomas. No cut and pasty, as your song says. Why is this playing out in public again? And why you could have corrected your outburst from any time since May the 4th. My outburst, excuse me, and she's having to go at Michelle then, who's another member of THI. And for the last time, I had nothing to do with a half hug. For the love of God, no. And then Thomas said, I let you go that day and you got what you wanted. You made it clear. And so a half hug, goodbye and see you later should have actually made you feel better, but it clearly hasn't by your text ignoring me and because I said, oh well, I got your point. And Kim says, no matter how many times I tell you that you can't get that out of your head, I asked you were okay about, okay, because of the look on your face. I'm not a hugger. You know that. So no hugs by anyone is okay by me. And she put, okay, I wish you all the best, including Thomas, and I hope you all succeed with the mission which is helping humanity. I'll let you get back to your shopping and banter. Sorry for the interruption of slander. And then someone called Brett saying something. And then she just says, oh, back to slander, Kim. You go. Kim. So he's put, the next bit, Thomas has put a bit of a chat where K, of course, is Kim and this is Thomas. So he's put, regardless, I will pay you back what I owe you as soon as I'm able. Thomas says, money doesn't solve anything and has little meaning to me. I will carry on caring for people as I have always done. And then Kim says, good for you. Good you do that. Then Thomas says, this goes way beyond the narrative and we both know it. Kim says, the world needs more of that. I have zero, and I mean now, less than zero feelings for you. And then Kim says, oh, me either. And then Thomas says, I and Kim knows different. And then Kim says, however, Thomas quite frequently, and Thomas, I don't know. And then he starts going on about Tank, which just waffles on, but this is the key bit. 4 years of help is so, in so many ways, sacrificed my love life, sacrificed my home, and to use your quote from Zoom, if Thomas had not come here, I would be dead now, and all for no pay. To warrant the above, and you say I am not entitled to be a tiny bit upset. And then Thomas put something, he's responding back to someone called David. Yes, I know David, but like last week, she only come on to slander me. Saying each other, slandering each other. This is pure, just, I don't know, it's a joke, isn't it? It is narcissist. She asks me to post what was said before her comments. So I did. She asked me to out Tank. So I did. People got more of a full truth today. I chosen to not out and received some flack for my part, as texts show only one being fair and trying to fix things. One wasn't. And then he puts, I'm sorry for our members had to endure that, but I cannot be responsible for her behaviour last week for this. I tried the best and even apologised for doing no wrong, and she accused me of all kinds, not one of which was correct. And to use one line of I didn't listen to speak or UNC show to justify accepting the olive branch is both lame and pathetic in equal measure. Point is, I don't listen to anyone online and have said so in the show. And he's put, for the record, I do not hate Kim. I do not think she is a low life. I do not think her bias level is to make poor decisions. I did not remind her of the considerable amount of money I have helped her with. I'm not running away. I'm not running any hate or slander campaign. I kept my mouth shut and carried on with the show of TPC. Whilst her and Tank play games with UNC, so much of they launched that show the same day and the same time as our show. That was a slap in the face to you all, no matter which way you look at it. I'm deeply saddened by all of this on many levels, and aghast at her fall from grace. A female role model acting this way is beyond disgraceful, and the worst aspect is she has destroyed herself a reputation, given that she has done or what she has done and said to me. You would think I would be pleased at her fall. I can stay here. It is one of the most disappointing aspects of my life, watching her fail like that. Having cared and loved for her for such a long, much for her, heart-wrenching and breaking. Ooh. But yes, he did. He gave her thousands of dollars, and from what we're being told, that money was to pay for her to have constructive plastic surgery. God knows why, but it was, and of course continuous injections for beauty purposes. And he's put in here, questions remain at this in this original. Questions remain. Is this the original Kim? Has she been swapped out? Is she infected? I still love the original version. This person is unrecognizable to the one I cared, loved and supported for 2.25 years. Very concerning to me personally. Well, whoever she is and whoever she is at, we can remember the many good times we shared with her and her move on to a new path, and wish her well. That is what I will be doing, and I hope all will join me in the glow from her on Zoom will be the lasting memory. Her light may have gone, but that doesn't mean ours has to as well. My door is always open to her, no matter how many times she slams it. One day she will have to open the door herself and walk in. My role with Tank ended with the T7 podcast and pics of cats, which was a swipe at me at different time. So take all your plans back to Speak Project and go from there. And he's put something like, I don't respect the person who really got me arrested for nearly arrested for treason, all because he wanted my job. Well, now he has got it, and if it all goes tits up, he is to blame. Then, of course, he's taken a swipe at Dan Lutz now. So he's put Dan Lutz is Swiss Indo, the child trafficking group, and off-world trading. Tank has a habit of engaging wrong uns IMO. And then he's put later on, Here is the proof of Kim aware of the of the split at a minimum of last Tuesday, not Saturday. Ava and Kim both stated I should have come to us. I did last Tuesday, and Kim was not aware of the split, never responded. So Ava Cowan's put, may I ask how much you are aware of the fun and games surrounding the UNC channel and Kim and Tank bad-mouthing me according to several reports? This is not good. Okay, so he sent this to Ava Cowan as Thomas. So that's it. Just looking at that on its own must get you worried if you're following Kim. That is not the behaviour of someone that's got access to knowledge of life, of how we're supposed to behave in this realm. Talking about someone that communicates with aliens, with spirits, with legions of angels. Why would those entities hook up with Kim when she's like that? Forget Thomas Williams. I've said all along, he's a fake. He's disgraceful. The guy, he's a pig of a man. But Kim, she claims to be, is proof again that, I mean, we've been holding on to this since 2020. We've always wanted to put it out, but we've held back for a while because we just had so much to put out. So now it's out. So this is the real Kim. And those people that have worked with Kim will definitely say, yeah, that's her behaviour. Ava Cowan, the last one, big name to fall out with her. She found out what it was like to get on the wrong side of Kim. She destroys you. She accused Thomas Williams of being a trafficker. As bad as each other, you know, but that's just the way it is. Anyway, guys, thanks very much for watching. Please like, please share, and subscribe too. It really will help the channel. And of course, we just want to get the truth out there. Thanks again, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.
Makes me really proud. Thomas built this.